In this last video, we're going to look at the application of mind maps in the classroom. Now, the best thing about mind maps is that they are so versatile and you can use them for a variety of teaching and assessing methods in the classroom. So I'm going to look at a three-tiered system that can give a little bit of support and understanding as to how you can use them in your classroom. So the first idea is to use mind maps to teach a concept. So if you've got a content of work that you would like the learners you're going to begin on, then a great way to start is with a mind map. And here you use it to establish the skill. So on the board you can show the mind map, and perhaps you're talking about Nelson Mandela or the uses of electricity, and as a class you discuss the concept together. So you introduce the content or the concept through the mind map. So the learners are working with the mind map together and they're getting a feel for how it works as well, and developing different thinking patterns. The next way that you can use mind maps is for learning. So here it's not teacher-centered, it's more learner-centered. And once you've introduced a topic and learners are familiar with it or a skill and you would like them to work with it on their own, you can provide them with a mind map. And this will help them to reinforce what they've just learned. So they've been given support in the beginning from the teacher, and now they're working a little bit more independently to reinforce the skill, to practice it, to find out where they perhaps show weakness and what needs to be improved. The last way that you can use a mind map now is for assessing. So once learners have been introduced to a skill, they've had plenty opportunities or multiple opportunities to practice the skill, to reinforce it, then a mind map can be used for the learner now to demonstrate the skill, and for you as the teacher to see can they or can they not do it, and if they can do it, how well can they do it. So the mind map shows how learners apply the skill, their application, and this obviously goes hand in hand with formal assessment. However, mind maps are an excellent tool for informal assessment in the classroom, to quickly not only get the learners to demonstrate and practice the skill, but it visually gives the teacher something to see and find out what level each learner is functioning at the moment. So now we've spoken about using mind maps as an introductory activity, such as describe Nelson Mandela, and everyone chips in and provides answers and contributions, and the teacher also adds information, and then they also source where they get it from as well, because that's very important. Next, we spoke about using it as a teaching activity. And remember, again, this can be done as a whole class activity as well. You can also put learners into groups, or you can pair learners off together. And here, perhaps you've already introduced Nelson Mandela, and the next activity is to compare Nelson Mandela to Mahatma Gandhi. So they're taking information that they already know, and they're now using a skill to work with the content a little bit more and to dive deeper into it, to analyze it and really try to get a true understanding of it. And then the last way that we spoke about is assessment. And again, it could be used for formal assessment, but I think mind maps really lends themselves to informal assessment in the classroom, a quick observation to see how learners are functioning.